Hello everyone, welcome back and thank you for joining me at Allotment 25. Please continue to show your support with a like, share and subscribe. Let's spread the word. Let's continue on this amazing adventure together. As you can see, it's not a great day. It's fairly grey. It's a bit on the chilly side as well. We must have had some rain overnight. If you look at the soil, it's fairly damp. But the good news is, it's ideal condition for digging. This is my potato patch. As you can see, it looks ready for harvesting. So tonight, it's roast potatoes. I've got my trusted fork ready, gloves, and that thing. Let's do this. So the idea is to use the big fork to break the soil or loosen the soil so I don't damage any of the potatoes. And then what I'll do is go in with the smaller spade just to pick them out. There's a lot of flies here getting in my nose, which is annoying. Again, I'm doing this with one hand, so you're gonna have to bear with me. Actually, you know what? This soil is so soft. Oh, look, potatoes on my fork already. Wow. Brilliant. Let me see if I can get rid of this potato. Actually, I need to be extra careful. I didn't think this soil was going to be this soft, to be honest with you. Maybe the overnight rain has helped. Oh wow, look at that. Can you see that, guys? Potatoes everywhere. I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me use the small spade. It might be easier. Let's give this a try. Yeah, this ground is so soft. Look, potatoes. 2 potatoes, 3 potatoes, and 4. Amazing. Wow. Nope. Well, actually, hang on. Let's not forget this one. Oh, look, there's another baby one here. Oh wow, it's a nice big one here. Look at that. There you go. It's another one. You see that? There you go. A few more. Another one here. Oh, I think it's going to be a good day of harvest for potatoes, large and small. There's a lot of flies out today. They're really annoying me, getting all over my face. Maybe that's a sign for me to get a mask. If anyone is thinking about growing potatoes, I would highly recommend it because the reward is so great. You know, you can plant 1 potato and it gives you back about 4 or 5. Look at that. There's another baby one. So yeah, if you are thinking about it, don't be afraid. Give it a go. After all, what you got to lose? Nothing. What you gonna gain? Potatoes. Roast potatoes. Right, let's move over to the next area. Okay, look. These are fairly easy to get to because they were at the top. You know what, let's just use both hands. Look, there's another one there. Look, everywhere each time I put the spade into the ground, another potato just pops up. Isn't that just great? What more can you ask for? Look, there's another one here. Oh, baby potato. As my niece would say, it's a baby shark. Look, another baby shark. There you go. Wow, that's what I've got so far. How many do I need for tonight? Yeah, let's go a little bit more. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Can you see? Wow. Potatoes everywhere. Look. Okay, let me move on to the next section. I've got a feeling it's going to be a good one here. Oh, look at that. I think I've almost sliced into it. Yeah, that's a good sized potato. There's another one. Let's get these going. Okay, what I'm going to do, let me take a quick pause and I'll come back to you. So what I've done, I've used the fork to just break the soil up. I'm just going to use my hands to pick out the potatoes. I think it's going to be easier. Straight away, look, there. Two more here. There you go. There. Well, actually, there's quite a few here. Got a decent haul so far. Look at that. Potatoes. 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 There's a little slug there. We don't want that. Let's grab these ones here. Yep, more. There's one there. There you go. Oh wow, look. It's like I said, every time I go into the ground, more just magically appear. It's never ending. These are all blessings. Hopefully the roast potato will be just as good in the evening. Another one here. Another one hiding there. Oh, look at that one. That's a good size. Okay, give me a second, guys. Let me carry on and I'll come back to you. Half an hour later, blood, sweat and tears and a lot of bug bites. This is what we have. Look at that. Fresh potatoes. Not just 3. All of this. Look at that, guys. All shapes and sizes. Still with the dirt on them. Isn't that a beautiful sight? Straight from the ground. Here. It doesn't get any fresher than that. Trust me, the feeling is absolutely awesome. I highly recommend it, guys. If anybody wants to get into gardening, I really recommend it. While I was digging the potatoes, one of my neighbors came over to me and look, he gave me these seeds. Can you see them? These seeds, they're from India, lal shag. I mean, this guy has been doing this for over a decade, so he knows what he's talking about. So when I told him I've tried it before and it didn't work, he said, nah, this is an ideal spot. So he's the guy with the experience. Who am I to argue with him? So I'm going to put these in before I go, and we'll see what happens. I've left a small patch, so that's for another day. We don't want to use all the potatoes up in one day. This is what I've dug up today. Now I'm going to prepare this area and I'm going to sow the seeds my neighbor just gave me for the lal shag. Actually, before I start working on sowing those seeds, let me show you this. Look at these tomatoes. Wow. Red, green, orange. Let me take some of this off, take it home, have it with the potatoes. How should I approach this? Shall I just cut them at the vine or individually? Do you know what? Let's just cut them at the vine. These are the first tomatoes of allotment 25. Wow. Look at that. Orange with a few green ones on the vine. Beautiful. Let's take a few more. How about this one here? Yes, cut the vine. Look at that. Lovely. This one I think is ready to go. Can you see that, guys? And I'm hoping that by cutting these off now, harvesting them, the ones on the top, they'll get the energy and nutrients that they need to thrive. Oh, look at these ones, proper red. Excellent. That was a strong vine. Wow, look at that. And if you hadn't noticed, the sun's come up as well. Even better. There's some more at the bottom there. Let me just move these. Oh my god, this vine is so strong. There you go. There we are. No wonder it was strong. There's 1, 2, 3 vines there. Wow. The green ones can be used in a traditional Bangladeshi curry. A lot of people will know it as a tenga curry. Tenga basically means sour. And the green tomatoes, they act as the sour agent. It's actually a very famous dish in Bangladesh. Very tasty as well. I think that's it for now. Is there any more? Okay, here we are. Right at the bottom. Can you see it? Hiding away. Let's grab it. There we go. One fell on the ground. More here. There we go, guys. Beautiful. As you can see, I've prepared the ground. put the seeds in that my neighbour gave me. I've created these 3 lines, and that's where I'm going to sow the seeds. So he's basically said to put them in, not too much, thinly spread them out. Okay, there we go. I'm not going to put a lot of seeds in because really and truly I don't want to waste them. There you go. Let me go over to the other side actually. There you go. Just basically what I'm going to do is use my hand, just cover the soil. Simple as that. And just do the other side. That's one line done. I'll just move on to the other 2 lines. The lal chag seeds are all in. Second time or third time lucky. I've put that in as a guide. Give it a few weeks, hopefully they start sprouting. Fingers crossed. Once again, the harvest has been great. Look at that. Fresh potatoes, juicy tomatoes, red, orange, green, every color under the rainbow. Another blessing. Thank you once again for joining me here at Allotment 25. Please continue to show your love and support by giving me a like, share and subscribe. Let's spread the word. Let's grow this together. Next time I'll give you an update on how the khudus are getting on. Until then, look after yourself, take care, all the best, bye bye.